So welcome everybody to the Imbolc cleansing and purification ritual. We are stepping into cycle 2, stepping into early spring. So just start to settle yourself into this place. Allow yourself to take in what's on the altar, or to gaze at an altar that you have created for yourself. We start with this prayer for Imbolc. We've made it to the midpoint of the winter dark and bleak. From this day on, the sun will climb and thaw the grounds and creeks. Bless us now, O maiden fair, and keep us in your loving care, showing signs of new life everywhere as you awaken from your sleep. So early spring, and slightly different, perhaps in different parts of the world. It may be feeling a little bit more like winter where you are, maybe a little more like hot summer where you are. Where I am, it feels very much in alignment, not very far from the land of Brigid herself. And in fact, Brigid was said to have walked on Anglesey. There's a cross to her, maybe about 20 minutes down the road. So we do have the snowdrops that hearken the coming of her time. You know, this time brings the first tender moments of thaw, and it may freeze again, but it does invite the waters of alchemical dissolution to wash away the grit of negativity that may still be sticking to our psyche. As our energy becomes clear of the old heaviness of the past, our emotions can run as clear and as fresh spring water, guiding us towards our pure intent. So it is with this intent that we move into this ritual, inviting us to sit by the waters of our holy well, whether that is in reality or in our inner landscape, gathering the reeds to weave a Brigid's cross of protection and intention and love for your inner child. And so as you start to focus on your breath and dropping into this place of your holy well, I am going to do something which I haven't been able to do for quite a while. I have some waters that I have gathered and that have been gifted. And I'm going to add them to my little Brigid's well. So we start with some white spring water from Glastonbury. And some red spring water from Glastonbury. And mingle the red and the white together. The flow and the steady. The milk. And the iron, the blood and the milk, the flow and the solid. They also have some mystery water from Glastonbury. The not oft talked about black spring that opens us to the mysteries that may have been shoved into the corners but that are oh so wise, and that warrant being brought back into the light. And I have some gifted water from Scotland, a mixture of waters from fairy pools, and water from the River Dee, which, not mead. I'm not sure that there's much that makes my heart happier than little bottles of water from all over the world, with little messages like, not mead, do not drink. I have water that contains dew that was gathered from Stonehenge many, many, many years ago. That is a dilution of a dilution, but it carries the energy of those ancient stones. And water that was gathered with a stone from the cave of Merlin in Tintagel. So we mix all these waters, knowing that all waters are one water. They all connect, they all flow. And water gathered from Breedswell in Kildare last summer. And we have our holy well. So now, with each of 4 breaths, bring your awareness fully to each of 4 directions that surround you. And allow yourself to connect with the elements that are aligned with them. Breathe into north and the element of earth. Breathe into east and the element of air. Breathe into south and the element of fire. And light the tea light in your cauldron. I'm using a teacup that was gifted to me by the goddess Bright at this very time last year. It felt like an appropriate container. And breathe into west and the element of water, connecting to all the waters that have graced our holy well. And with each of the next 2 breaths, bring your awareness fully into the below and into the above. Breathe into the below and feel the unwavering foundation of the earthbound material plane. drop deep down into the earth, into the bones of the earth, acknowledging all the peoples, the ancestors, and the ancestral creatures who have held the spirit of place in the place where you are before you. Breathe into the above and expand into the limitless breadth of the cosmic plane. And with your next breath, find the place in the very center in which all these directions, including above and below, come together. Breathe into the center, the element of ether, the spirit that binds all together. And take this moment to connect with Brigid, or the deity who is holding this altar space with you. Acknowledge the divine presence in this space with us. And know that you yourself are also at the center of this sacred space. You too hold this space at the very hub of the universe. You are the meeting place of spirit above and matter below, and the magic that surrounds. And this is a beautiful poem written by my friend of many of us, I believe, in this space, Christopher Hughes. We know Brigid in this place, but she also reflects many names. As the sacred mother stirs and spring begins its wake, a candle white and coin of bronze to the river now do take, and there in shade and moonlight's glow bid farewell to ice and snow. For winter has served the worst it can bring, and Brigid now offers the promise of spring. With flame aloft in the hand of power, cast a coin to sing back the flowers. A ribbon bright and knotted tight, a clootie tied to a branch of light. Call now forth for spring to climb, and to maiden sing in rhyme. Brent Brigid Briganti, goddess of flame and light, I sing my spell of swelling bud, light shall conquer night. Bride Brent Brigantia, a candle to you I raise. Blessed maiden of the spring, your awakening I praise. Blessed child of the spring, your awakening I praise. This is a time of that child within, that wonder child, moving from the cycle of winter to the cycle of early spring, moves us from that dependent infant to that young preschool child who is inquisitive and curious and connecting with the world with a full range of emotions, of likes and dislikes and loves, fears, hesitations. There is an innocence in the openness of the exploration. But this can also be a time of pain, of hurts. If you have a picture of yourself as a child on the altar, begin to focus on that. Take some time to look into the eyes of that child. If you have a candle to represent that child, an orange candle, you can light that now, holding that intention to connect with the emotional part of yourself, that young, open, curious, spontaneous, innocent part of yourself. You may even feel, as you do, that this younger self joins you in this liminal space by your sacred well, sitting by your side. It is love for the child within that is the impetus for crafting your Brigid's cross. This is the part of you that tells you how you feel about what is happening in your life. It is the part that guides you to remember the truth of who you are. It is the part that informs you of your needs, reassures you of their validity, and urges you to always remember that you matter. And so, holding love for that part of yourself in your heart, reach for the first of the strands that you will be using to form your Brigid's cross, your three-legged protective charm. Take that strand, touch it to your heart, bless it with the love for your inner child. Dip it into the water in your cauldron, or imagine dipping it in the waters of your holy well. Anoint it with divine blessing for your inner child, and then bend that strand in half. Take a second strand, blessing it with both your own love and that of the divine. Anointing it as well. And bending it in half, slip it over the first strand, about a third of the way down. And taking the third strand, bless it with your heart energy. Dip it in the waters of the cauldron or the holy well. And then slip it over the second strand, through the loop of the first strand. And you should have, this is what I did in a video yesterday, this little three-armed start. Before you continue to weave, take a moment to contemplate these three arms. What do they represent for you? They can be above, below, and synthesis. They can be the inner child, the higher self, and that true self energy that acts on behalf of them both. They can represent your feelings, your reason, and the self that honors them both, like that Platonic charioteer who keeps both of those horses moving forward. Can be the past and the future and the present moment that brings them all together. But however it is that you represent these arms, know that they always serve to protect that which is most precious, your essence, your spark, that light of divine within. And take some time now to continue to weave, taking a strand, folding it, and placing it over, and turning and weaving, turning and weaving, turning and weaving. Just take some time to contemplate what it is that you are weaving. have completed, or it feels like you have completed your cross, then find a way of securing each of the 3 arms so that they are tight and held together in place. And as you do this, shift your attention to that child within. Just holding that intention of what it is that holds that child, protects that child. Just letting that child know that you have woven this beautiful reflection of the love and commitment that you have to this self. Take the time that you need, gazing at the candle before you, sitting in a pool of love beside a holy well, just blessing that child in this place. We have here on the altar 5 cards from the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle. I also do have this one, which I just got as well, which is the Imbolc Oracle. So I'm going to invite you to contemplate which of these 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, which is the one that calls to you. So make note of it for you, I'm seeing some numbers come up. So, number 1. Can you see that? So, number 1, shedding the old. Looks like a little crayfish. There's a change coming your way. Cultivate a sense of adventure so you will be able to see these new prospects. So it's actually bigger than a crayfish. It is a lobster. So lobsters can only grow to a certain point in their shells before they go through a molting process and shed their exoskeleton. You may feel like taking an inventory of your life lessons now. What has brought you to this moment? Every event that has transpired has helped to shape who you are. Like the lobster, after a period of growth, there will come a time to let go of any old patterns or behaviors that no longer fit you. Number 2. Enjoy the journey. Dolphins. Stay present and flexible. Many changes are going on for you and around you. These changes are not only good but necessary. Bring your awareness into the now rather than focusing on the past or the future. So those dolphins are swimming playfully, but they are exploring the coral. And coral is believed to have appeared on the planet over 542 million years ago. The coral reefs host over 4,000 species of fish and a multitude of other sea life. Coral provides a knowledge base about when and where to start, and it supports your endeavors with opportunities. It's about timing and patience. It shows a universal trust in being where you are supposed to be, and it asks you to plant the seeds in order to create your world with perfect timing. So I'm just going to take a moment . So, number 3. Surrounded by prosperity. Your attention is being drawn to the infinite nature of reality. That which exists outside the known is beyond measure. So the yellow tang, a serene ocean dweller, is an essential part of the reef ecosystem. Large schools of yellow tangs can be found on the ocean's reefs. The yellow tang is attracted to areas of coral where they clear away excess algae. They help maintain balance in the ecosystem. Algae can turn up in all sorts of places, and you may even see yellow tangs cleaning it off a turtle. Abundance can show up in a variety of ways. Trust that you are abundant. Clear away anything that may hinder your bounty. Number 4, I saw a few of those. Every step counts. There is an advantage in taking things slowly. Breathe deeply and fully as you consider your options. So this creature is a nudibranch, which means naked gill. It's a type of sea slug, often overlooked. Nudibranches are very small, beautiful organisms that can be found clinging to the tops of ocean arches or on the ocean floor. They show you how to move easily in emotional waters. They represent moving at a slow, steady pace by grounding in attitude and philosophy. Constant effort and the belief that you can do this will help you reach your targeted outcome. Continue to investigate how you feel about the current situation while moving slowly and surely towards your goal. And the last, facing your fears. Number 5. Look for ways to strengthen your connection to the universe and others. Stay peaceful and calm in the knowing of who you are. So this is another small creature, the lionfish. The lionfish is small in stature. It can enlarge its presence by opening its fins and making a demonstration of its strength. Lionfish openly swim in the morning or late afternoons, stalking their prey. They use their beauty as a distraction to enable them to immobilize their catch. You have access to an easy strength and a natural dignity. This is something which is innately yours, and it is time for you to claim it for yourself. You were born powerful, and power comes naturally to you. This may also mean you are in a period of amplified energy. There is a spotlight on what you are creating, which means that you can achieve your goals with less effort. You are encouraged to stand your ground and stick with your beliefs. To take in the message. Take in the message of the sea creature that has come to you. And allow that to be that which unfolds this space that you inhabit with the child within. Take another moment to look at that beautiful face. And this is who it is all for. And this beautiful being that did walk the earth with openness and curiosity and wonder deserves your protection, your validation, your support, your encouragement. This is how we dance back to life. When you are ready, bring your awareness back to your breath. Take a moment to anchor that connection to your essence, to that child within. And release the flame with breath or with a snuffer. Know that what has been experienced in ritual lives forever in your cells. It need only be called forth from within whenever you choose. And then take some time to move through the directions once more. Thank the elements for helping to hold the space and keep you safe through this ritual. Thank the element of earth in the north, air in the east, fire in the south, water in the west, ending with the below of the material plane and the above of the cosmic, and bidding farewell to the deities who have held this place, to Brigid, Brigid, Brent, Brigantia, and know that the wheel may turn around you, but you are, as they are, ever at the center. Look through the darkness and you will see the spark growing for all to see, to warm the earth, to warm our souls. The seeds we plant begin to grow. The goals you set and magic worked, was it all for knowledge, wisdom, and mirth? To help the gods and your fellow man to grow strong, to aid your clan? The light of hope begins to stir, even though snow and ice still occur. The work that is wrought brings the growth that is sought. Just as a seed breaks open underground, deep in your spirit these tools are found. But how they will grow is up to you. They grow by way of the things that you choose. We are given a light to bring us warmth and nourished from water, from the time of our birth. The earth with big rocks to anchor our lives and air to teach us, so the old ones may guide. The second turn of the wheel has begun. The divine is rising. The cycle begun. And we thank an unknown author for that poem. And I thank all of you for gracing this holy well with your presence and your energy. And I will stop the recording, but welcome all who want to stay and chat to do so. Blessings of Imbolc to you all.